I'm Sierra Lauder with the Tillamook Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm the Director of Events and Downtown Development there, and I currently get to do the Highway Liaison role. So we put out a weekly email that talks about the latest updates on that Highway 101-6 interchange project, and I get the pleasure of attending weekly meetings and writing that email. With me today is Natalie Rieger. She is on our board at the Chamber, and she's also co-owner of Sunflower Flats on the corner of 3rd and Main.
You're right on the corner. You're right in the middle of the project. How's business?
Well, business has been a little quiet this week just because I think people are adjusting to the new changes and the little backhoe out in front of our store. But we've just been really encouraged by our customer base and the general public. We've had several people in yesterday that said, I'm making a point, I'm going to come in once a month or I'm going to come in once a week. And I just feel like everybody's just been encouraging and just trying to make the best of the situation.
What's your feeling about parking in the area?
I feel like I have personally researched the parking situation, and we have amazing parking options right now that are actually super close. I mean, really less than a block away from our shop. There are several diagonal spaces in front of Lucky Bear Soap and Sarasota's new spaces just recently. I didn't actually count those, but there are 16 spaces in the little lot that's behind the former Muddy Waters. It's on the corner of 3rd and Ivy. And then another lot that's directly behind the new chamber office and the Dutch Mill that has another 12 or so spots. So really within less than a block from downtown, there are 36 spaces. And so you have to think about, we all go to Fred Meyer and park and walk farther than that to get into Fred Meyer, or we go out to Portland and park at the mall and walk much farther than that. So it's just a little bit of adjustment that we all need to have. And just because you can't park right in front of the store that you're going into doesn't mean there's not parking just real close.
I think that really that's an observation, too, on how downtown is sort of deepening with the addition of DeGard, which you can see now on the corner of 2nd and Ivy, that building is really coming together, and it won't be long now in the scheme of things before they get opened. And often when people are walking through downtown or coming to the Visitors Center, they're walking from the Visitor Center on Main Street over to the Pelican Tap Room to have a beer or try lunch out on the patio there. And so downtown is really getting deeper. It's not just the 2 one-ways anymore. It's more of like a little core area. And I think that when you think of it in those slightly broader terms, it really makes that parking feel sort of in the center of things.
Sierra, with the chamber now on Main Street, you have essentially a bird's eye view on what's happening.
We really do. And we also have that back door, so people can come in through the back door off of Ivy or through the front door. And sometimes people just come right through. I know one of Natalie's employees has definitely cut through there. And I suspect as it starts to rain, that will become a more popular hallway. Even better than an awning, cut through the Visitors Center. And we're always happy to have people do that. They're welcome anytime, even if it's just to pass through.
Now, Nelia with Pacific Restaurant opening shortly on 2nd and Main.
Yes, that's coming soon. And she and I were talking just the other day because one of the things that closure of Main Street will mean is that like delivery trucks for food won't be able to just pull up and stop off there. And so they've invested in some wagons and likely will be utilizing either Pacific, where parking is reopened now and available, and then they'll just kind of be wagoning across the 2nd Street Plaza into their space, or from 2nd Street across the pedestrian intersection there.
I've been hearing that some of the food carts moving over by Kimmel's.
Yes. So there is currently an urban renewal application in by Alan Kimmel to assist with the funding of the upgrade of that lot that is just immediately to the west of Kimmel's hardware store. And that design plan is to have 6 to 8 food carts in that little pod there. He has a partnership created that will allow for paving and a fire pit and a covered area so that there'll be kind of this like place you can go and sit and hang out and enjoy your lunch there. And you get a preview of that this Friday if you like. Nanny Papa's Bistro is going to have their food truck there doing a fundraiser for Shop with the Cop this Friday evening, and it'll be at that location. So it's a great flash forward into what that could potentially look like. He'll be in front of the Urban Renewal District next month with that application to see if some funding goes through. So, of course, if anybody wanted to reach out and give public input into whether or not they're supportive or not of that investment from the Urban Renewal Agency, you could do that just by contacting City Hall.
Perfect. Thank you both.